Well, hello, Gemini. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. So, we've got a new moon in Scorpio at 12 degrees, along with the sun, right? Because all new moons are sun and moon. And this is going to be on November 4th, right? So, today's the 3rd, it'll be tomorrow. This is going to be opposed by Uranus and Taurus exactly at 12 degrees. So we've got something like a real opportunity, a real bolt of lightning from Uranus coming out with this new moon, Gemini. And I feel like for the whole collective, right? And for your sign equally, there'll be some kind of like revelation. There'll be some kind of unexpected occurrence or realization, I feel like, that is going to possibly come in. The other planets that are highlighted real quick in this lunation, just to give this a little extra context, right? We've got the planet Venus, and it's at 29 degrees of Sagittarius. And we know Venus is all about the things that we love and the people, relationships that we engage in, our possessions, the things that we enjoy, right? That we find pleasing, our environment, our the pretty things, right? All of that kind of stuff. And the 29th degree, that's the critical degree in astrology. It's the final degree of the sign. And so it really makes everything that's Venus related, it's going to just it's going to fuse it with like all this sort of like extra energy. And what's making a connection to Venus is Mercury. And Mercury is still in Libra. It's at the 28th degree, so it's pretty close to that 29th degree for Venus. And it's making a harmonious sextile, which basically means that Mercury is going to be able to communicate with Venus really, really easily. And in Libra, it's really going to highlight our relationships. So, the way that we value ourselves is going to sort of spill out into the way that our one-on-one relationships are, the state that they're in at this time. So if you are coming to this reading, wondering about your person, and you're sort of like in some type of relationship with this person, whatever state, beginning, middle, or end, long term, whatever it is, just know that that's something that very well may be highlighted. Now, Gemini, also, we have to consider ourself in this. And this is like, again, how are we valuing ourself? Like, how are we like shining the spotlight inward inside of ourself, right? Because as we gain clarity on our own evolution and our own healing and things like that, as we gain clarity on that, and as we shine the spotlight sort of on like loving ourselves, right? Venus, like really, really, really coming to terms with our own heart and how we feel about ourselves, it kind of makes it easier then to perhaps leave situations or people behind in our lives, right? That like are not really suited to us, or are not really benefiting us, are not making us feel safe and secure and confident within ourselves. These are situations that maybe just no longer align with who we are or where we see ourselves going, or even what we want. I mean, Venus is all about what we like, want, and desire. So those are the kind of themes that are going on with this Scorpio. And Scorpio is like a deep dive. It's really like digging deep and unearthing energies in our life. And so, yeah, without further ado, I am going to get into the reading. Now, I just want to say, if you are interested, stick with me to the end, because I'm actually going to do some reading from one of the oracle decks. We have a Spellcaster's Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. You may resonate with that, and it may actually give you a tool to help you through this new moon, to address whatever comes out in the reading. So let's get into the reading, and stick with me to the end if you want to get some advice on that. All right, so the overall energies, we had the bottom of the deck on the main deck, the Page of Pentacles, and next to it, the Father of Cups. So really like that. Gemini, that would seem to indicate that there's this overall energy where there really is this new opportunity coming in. I feel like this new moon is going to really give you an opportunity to take a look at what is going to bring you into a King of Cups energy, right? Which is like a very stable, emotionally grounded, mature energy. And again, this is probably going to do with your relationships. This is going to be like the people around you. It could be a partnership, certainly. It could be your employer or like a business partner. It can certainly be family members. But whatever it is and whoever this represents for you, it's like I feel like Uranus is coming in to sort of like shine a light on, and it kind of gives you like this new, like renewed sense, right? Of like starting something new or going off into a new direction. So I like that. Let's figure out what we have going on here in this reading. So across the top row, we do see first the Seven of Cups, right? So a lot of times that's confusion, emotional confusion, having a lot of choices, not knowing which one to pick, something like that. We do have the Nine of Pentacles though, so I love that as an energy. That's beautiful. Emotion, that's financial abundance. Usually we think of the Nine of Pentacles as like being on the journey on our own, where we're not having to rely on people all around us. So maybe with the Seven of Cups, there's a little confusion on how to move forward into achieving that really beautiful, abundant place, but we'll find out when we clarify. Then we have the Devil. So this is your only major arcana, and then it goes into the King of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Let me back up because I can see the first row and you can't. Okay, so this is your only major arcana. So there really is something with this new moon where you are, it's like you're dealing with your own devil, whatever that represents for you in your life. So again, let's bring it into the realm of relationships. So this may be like where you just simply have a habit of getting attached to partners. Like that could be a devil energy. This could speak of a specific person, right? Again, we really need to clarify this. I mean, we do have a King of Pentacles here. So, could this devil be this King of Pentacles? It could. And we do see the Three of Swords, so that is serious heartbreak. But let's kind of clarify and kind of like unravel the story a little bit before we kind of speculate on what all that might be. Underneath the Seven of Cups, we have a Seven of Swords. Okay, and a Son of Swords. So that is a Knight of Swords, and a Son of Wands. That's a Knight of Wands. So very action oriented, right? So I feel like okay, so like with this, the Seven of Swords, you see the little fox. He's kind of on guard. He's guarding that seventh sword at the bottom. It's like there's something that you don't trust in the situation. Maybe you have a person who is hiding something from you and that's causing the confusion, or maybe you're hiding something, like you don't want to show all of your cards, right? But there's definitely confusion. There's definitely a sense of like mistrust with this particular Seven of Swords, just because of, look at the picture, right? You don't really trust yourself to decide on how to move forward, I feel like. And we have all of this action, like we have this really fast moving energy. Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords, they can be kind of tricky energies, I'm not gonna lie. And especially with the Seven of Swords above them. I mean, this can be people coming in any realm of your existence, whether it's like people that you're like romantically involved with, or just people within your environment, or even like coworkers, okay? It could even be family members, friends, whatever. But a lot of times with knights, they are very action oriented and they want to move fast, especially the swords and the wands. And a lot of times it's that in and out energy. So this could be people who are just always in and out of your life, who are somewhat immature, right? They're not queens or kings, they're only knights. And so maybe these are people who you feel like are trying to use you for something, or they're not really there for you. They don't really resonate with you. You don't necessarily trust them, or you don't trust yourself to make the right decision when they're around. Okay, that could be a storyline for somebody. They're not anywhere close to being a king, okay? And I think that during this new moon phase, you really start to get real with yourself about just how unsettled you are, and like how unfulfilled emotionally you are in this situation. And these people who keep coming in and out of your life, it's like you feel like you need to stop them from bothering you. I feel like these are people who are not helping you, and they're just making your life more complicated. And I feel like you're in a place where, look at the contrast in the color, right? Look at the contrast. We have these dull, darker things, and this is really what you're looking for. You're looking for a way to head into that sunny space, right? That butterfly, that crow, that wolf. There's like in the lotus flowers, right? This is like having peace of mind. This is like transforming your environment and having the wisdom and having the inner strength and the power and the belief in yourself, right? This is transforming out of the confusion and the delusion of the Seven of Cups and the not knowing how to be in a abundant space, and maybe having to be dependent on other people, right, for your own stability. And that never seems to work out. And you always seem to get hosed, Gemini, by that. And it's like you want to figure out how to like move forward to the beat of your drummer, right? Like the sun is shining upon you. It's clarified by the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Yeah, this is you really deciding to take some action, to take back your power, to take back your energy, to remove these people. I feel like that's what I'm getting. Taking a step into, like, I love the color here, right? Forward movement, like moving past this, cutting these people out, cutting situations out that don't serve you, holding on to your own authority, taking back your power, taking back your energy. and not giving it away anymore. That's the choice. I feel like, yeah. And then, okay, yeah, so that actually makes great sense with the devil there. And clarified by the Hierophant, the Son of Cups, another son. You've got yet another knight. You've got another knight. These are things, people, places, and situations that you have long invested in, and maybe even beliefs and ideas, right? Like, this can be really large institutions, right? Like, it can be your, your attachment to like the way things have always been, right? Like, these are very like traditions. These are traditions like marriage and, working a 9 to 5 for a corporation and going to college and getting your degree and following the old path, following like religion and institutions because everyone always said that that was the thing to do, right? I feel like the Hierophant with the devil is highlighting like you having put a lot of energy into these kinds of concepts and these kinds of beliefs. And all they have led you to is the devil, where you're just constantly, and like, so let's think about this in terms of relationships, right? Again, you have this Knight of Cups. So these institutions or these traditions, it's like you keep expecting them to offer you like emotional stability, like a hit, like the next offer comes in, right? And you think, oh, well, this must be the right one. But you're just like attached. There's something about being attached to this as a concept. And like it never seems to lead you into this place. It's like you're always begging for more. You're always being breadcrumbed. You're always like, every time somebody new comes in, they're just a knight. They're flighty, They come in with all these promises, but they're all garbage promises, right? They just feed that old cycle that keeps you bound and keeps you attached and keeps you wanting for something more and wanting for something real. And there's like this lunation, it's like you're finally at this place where you're like, enough. I'm tired of all of this. Like, none of this works for me. None of these people ever keeps their promises. And so let's keep going with the King of Pentacles, right? And it's like, this is the long-term stability you want. This is the investment, right? That's going to bring you into a queen. Finally, we have a queen and a king. And this is the Ace of Wands. This is the new beginning. This is the, okay. This is the clarity that comes in. This is Uranus. That comes in as you examine all of these old structures that have kept you really, really stuck forever and ever and holding on to these old structures. This is where the clarity comes in. And you're like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. This is the Page of Pentacles and the Father of Cups. So here, I feel like this is you. This is you, Gemini. This is you like really tapping into your own center, your own heart, your own Mother of Cups, that nurturing center, that place of self-love. And it's like a revelation to you That this is your path forward. This is how you're going to begin to find that long-term. It's like, in order to bring that King of Pentacles to you, there has to be a change. There has to be a decision to settle for nothing less than what's going to reciprocate. To settle for nothing less, like you're done with the latest idea and flight it, and going flitting from thing to thing to thing. It's like, oh no, this week, like, this person's promising me this new job, and then like that ends up being bunk, and this person comes in and like offers you, like, they're gonna be like the best partner you've ever had, and like they, and it's not. Or somebody who's like, well, what you really need to do, Gemini, is go back to school and learn a new trade, and you're like, oh, that sounds like a good idea, and you do that, and you're like, oh, well, that's not what I expected it to be. Like, it just, right? It's like you're finally in a place where you're ready to heal that old wound. That old story that you've been told, or that you've been telling yourself, whatever. Or, like I said, allowing other people to like lead you down paths that just don't resonate with you, that don't reciprocate you, that don't feed you. And we see you really in the final analysis with this Six of Wands. Like, it's a metamorphosis. This is the beginning of a journey to this love, this Mother of Cups. I feel like this is a real opportunity for you in Scorpio season to begin that journey of healing. That's how I'm going to read these cards for you. And so there's a lot that I feel like is going to be revealed to you during this cycle. And I have to reiterate, with the Two of Wands there, it is a decision to take action or not. Like, that's always a choice. And it may be the catalyst that enables you to really move forward and to really begin a brand new path for yourself. And it may be that you need more time. I mean, I'm not going to guarantee that this month is going to happen for you, but I think it's going to become clear to you. I think there is going to be a bit of clarity and a bit of recognition on your part about the truth here of the situation, the truth of what is really going on. So, if nothing else, this new moon is going to definitely show you and infuse you with at least a little knowing, like a little knowledge, so that you can maybe make some plans for your future, right? And act when the time is right. I will say that. So let's get into the advice. We just had like 3 cards come out. Confidence is your key to success. The First House. And Aries, act. Now, what's interesting, super interesting, is you see the yellow in the cards. That's your solar plexus. And that is about having confidence. In the first house is the House of Aries, by the way. So that was fascinating that these 2 cards from different decks came out next to one another. And Aries is an initiating sign, so it is about acting for sure, about choosing to act, definitely. And the first house in astrology, yes, it's about the body, but even more than that, it's about our identity. It's about how people see us in the world and how we present ourselves. And so the key to your success in this presentation is to have a confidence, right? It's about like really grabbing a hold of your own authority, I feel like, Gemini. And Aries is a nice energy. It's a complementary energy for you. So, as promised, I'm going to read from this magical spell cards. You got card 29, Healing. The spell is Candle Flame, burn this hour, bring to me your healing power. So I'm going to actually read this so that if anybody wants to use this spell during the new moon tomorrow, they can. All right. Healing energy is very powerful. We all have times when we know we're not able to channel universal energy through to others or to our own selves. We may feel flat, unwell, or unable to help others, even when we would most wish to. But with this magical spell, your healing powers will revive and regather to be poured from the universe through to you and onwards, either to those who need you or to your own self. This spell will show you one of the many simple positive ways to reconnect so that healing can take place in your tender, more wounded places. Perfect. Let's find out how we do that. You will need, here, I'll put this down here so you can actually see what's going on. You will need a candle, chamomile, salt, and bay leaves. Go to your sacred space and see a healing circle of green light all about you. If you are working this spell for another soul, you may wish to focus on them by chanting their name or placing a picture of them on your altar. If this is for you, simply tune deeply into yourself and healing pool of energy that lies within you and is connected to the universe. Inscribe your candle with the generic rune for healing pictured opposite. There it is. You want to screenshot that. Hold it between your hands and place it into its holder on your altar. Make a circle of chamomile all about this candle. Make a circle of salt about your candle. Make a circle of bay all about your candle. Light the candle and focus on the flame. See it burning its way through any dis-ease, be it real, perceived, or imagined, be it of the body, physical or etheric, be it emotional, it matters not. Chant this 3 times. Candle flame, burn this hour, bring to me your healing power. Just see the flame consuming all that harms, clearing it away and transforming it entirely. When the candle has burned through the rune mark, the spell will be done. You will notice the energy has shifted palpably, and you can really carry that energy with you. Feel the gentle change and the healing energy entering into you and doing its work. Blow out the candle. Visualize the green circle of light once again and let it shimmer, brighten, then be absorbed back into the universal energy to go out and do its work on your behalf. You may wish to make a little healing pouch of green with the bay leaf, the salt, and the chamomile to give it to the person you have worked this magic for. Carry it about for yourself or place it in a room where you rest, sleep, and thus do much of your deep healing. Blessed be. I hope this has helped somebody out there. If it has, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And Gemini, come back and see me again next week as we continue to unfold our November saga. Take care.